I've been working hard today, so I look a little rough. A little rough. Oh, and my microphone's way too far away. There we go. Oh, looking rough because I've been working at the studio. And I thought I'd share with you some changes. I'm going to open up on Tuesday. Be my first week back since the quarantine. And so, yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit first about, I went out today because I needed some contact paper to cover the foam box that I made for the UVC disinfectant box that I have for the art that I've been using at home for the prints that go out. And I figure I could use them to disinfect any art that comes in and disinfect any art that goes out. But I ended up going to the Dollar Tree because, you can get contact paper. And I don't expect this box to be a forever thing. And I noticed that the majority of the customers did not have their face masks on. And, that's just being a bad apple. The face masks are uncomfortable. And so I understand why you might not like them, but you're trying to protect everybody. So, and then my dad, who's in his 80s, also reported to me that he went to Walmart and nobody but the staff members he saw had face masks on. And that came up because I was talking to him about my preparations for getting ready to open up the store. And so I took some extra precautions. And so I'd like to share some of those with you. But yeah, wear the protective gear. If you don't have protective gear, message me. I can get you some. So anyway, so to start off with, let me turn Doctor Who off. What I did to get ready was I made this box. And for some reason, you can't see it. It's not in the right spot. Well, anyway, doesn't matter. This is what the inside of the box looks like. And it's got the UVC lights in it. And that is a bandwidth of light that makes it possible, that disinfects things. So when they say you can set stuff out in the daylight and, in the sun, and it gets disinfected, this is the band of light. Now, this is a really low band of light, and it's doesn't travel very far. So I needed to really make a box rather than to put the art in, and it's a 4-foot by 4-foot box. And I've got a little grate in there that you can set stuff in and lean it up so all the reflection comes on all sides. Anyway, it's our refrigerator went out was it last week? And so that's just one of the freezer shelves. Use what you got. I got the UVC lights on the internet, and they were not too expensive. There were really, really expensive ones and then not so expensive ones. These definitely give off the ozone that makes them a UVC light. So I set the box up, and I also used the reflective foam at the hardware store. So this is what it looks like. They're in the store. So you just open it up, slide your art in, and close it, and set it in there for a minute or so. It took me a little while to find the formula. There's a formula out there for the UV lights and how long they need to be, how close and how long they need to be to disinfect something. So I couldn't just put them in the store. And it wouldn't be good for me anyway to have all that UVC light on me all day. So this is the safest way to disinfect everything. The other thing you can do with these, I got a couple extra ones, and so I'm also going to use them as a wand, because again, it's the how far they are. Um, Now, if I just left them on in the room, it would take over an hour to do the entire room. So I've got my square footage in there, and everything's good to go. Um, and then we also put up some protective screens, and so here, it's from our security camera. My husband helped me out, and he's behind the screen there. But I wanted to show you this one because that way you could see, this is acrylic that I've suspended from the ceiling. It's very light, so this will come off, and I'll show you here in a second what the studio looks like. It's still a mess. I have to go back in tomorrow and get some stuff put away, and because moving from the house, I didn't realize the house became just nearly a wreck because I had my stuff everywhere. And had I known that it was going to be weeks instead of just weeks, over a month, rather than just a couple weeks like initially thought, I would have planned at home much better. But so I'm going to make sure I plan coming back to the studio much better. I've moved some things around, and we're only going to be able to have a couple people in the shop at a time, and I think that that's fair. And the trip this morning to get the contact paper inspired these. This is a couple of pieces of acrylic that I use to frame stuff with when people order acrylic, and so we put them up. And so this is what it looks like. Let's see. This is what it looks like now. It's a mess. My computer's going to be over there. And yeah. But they are about 8 inches off the ground, or off the countertop there. It's hard to, you can't hardly see the bottom of it. They're so clear. But you can certainly see reflections in it. But that should protect both you and me as you come into the shop. And I'm pretty excited about it. I can't wait to get back to shop. It's just going to be fantastic. Oh, that's interesting. You can see I love New York over here. It's a reflection off of the canvas on the other side. That's funny. Anyway, I hadn't noticed that before until I got it up here. So I'm really excited about getting out there and getting away from the house a little bit. As I said, I'm diabetic, and I also have some medications for my fibromyalgia that suppresses my immune system. So I am one of those people that need to be protected, and I'm doing everything I can do, and to protect myself and my customers, because without my customers, I'm no longer in business. So if you are comfortable ordering things online, the pickup at the studio is now available. I turned it back on last night. And we do have a 60% off sale there. So go on in, and you'll get that if you walk in as well. Bring in your artwork to photograph. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. I hope that everyone I'm sure everyone that I saw today is not watching this and will never see this. But we need to encourage each other to do the healthy thing, because otherwise they'll put us all back in lockdown again, because the numbers will spike. Or the numbers will spike anyway. I don't know. But we need to do everything we personally can to protect ourselves and others, to stay healthy, and because we all want to be here. We want everybody to be healthy. So we don't want this anymore. And I'm a big believer in liberty. And yes, you might feel uncomfortable wearing the mask, and but really you ought to consider that your liberty is also, you know, thinking about others. Yeah, because in order to be free, we need to, you know, not only be able to do the things that we want to, but also, you know, if you don't, you should be ticketed for speeding because you're putting other people at risk. And so I'm not scared of the virus, but it seems like it'd be a pain to have to go through it. So I just don't want to. So I'm going to avoid it. Anyway, that's where I'm at today. And hopefully I'll get to see some of you on Tuesday with your artwork. Because, you know, that's the one thing that I've really, really missed. Granted, I've been able to see some fantastic art come through through the online service. But there's absolutely nothing like the original. And I'd love to get, and then most of the stuff that came through were other people's photography of the art. So did my best to give them the best representation of the digital piece that they sent in. But I don't know, I'm just an art lover, or admirer of artists, because I know what it takes to create your work. And so I could, since I know, because I create stuff myself, it's I can be appreciative of the work that comes in. And I really, really been missing doing that. And the framing. One of my frame providers, my molding providers, is open. So I don't know about the other. So I can do some frames, but definitely can do some frames. I will probably call the other provider tomorrow or Monday, not Sunday. They won't be open on Sunday, to find out how they're faring. Of course, they're in Kansas City, so they may not be faring as well as the other, which is in Wichita. There's not so much in Wichita, even though there's more in Wichita than here. Anyway, I'm really excited about getting the shop open and getting all my protective stuff up for you and for me. And I'm excited. Oh, and you might have noticed my purple hair. Yeah, I had to do the COVID-19 hair. It's actually faded quite a bit. It's just a shampoo in. I turned 52 on the 26th, and I decided, hey, I'm gonna do it. Just do whatever I want to do. Wash this out. So anyway, I'm really excited about getting started, and I got lots more work to do, but I'm getting everything ready for everyone. Well, catch you later.